what you're doing and take a deep breath. Today on 12/12 Portal Day, I'm going to be sharing with you the 12 codes for completion. What challenges, struggles, resentments, regrets have you been holding this year for 2023? And as we're coming to a close, it is time to let go, to really know how to surrender and release the things that aren't serving us anymore, whatever those might be for you, and how to move into 2024 feeling inspired and empowered and ready to rise into your new earth leadership. Hi, I'm Anistara Ma Ka, and I'm the mother of 1111 Unified and 1111 Ascension University. I'm an Ascension integration mentor, and I'm here in service to awakening souls who are ready to shift confusion and self-doubt and fear into clarity, confidence, and freedom. So I invite you to take a moment and listen in to these 12 codes for completion. And before I do, I wanted to share with you that next year we'll be taking a tour to Egypt. This sacred pilgrimage is October 26th to November 14th. And we will be spending 11/11 at the Temple of Isis. Our 11/11 Ascension University Sacred Pilgrimage and Mystic Initiation. You're welcome to go to the website 1111unified.com/Egypt to find out more. We will be hosting two Zoom calls on January 9th at 9 p.m. and January 11th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And this is where we're going to dive into unlocking the mysteries of the pyramids. And I'll be hosting it with my lovely friend, Rabi. He is the tour guide of Unknown Egypt Travel, and we will be hosting these calls together. We will be sharing information about the trip, as well as any Q&A questions that you might have. We'll be happy to answer them. So if you've ever felt a calling in your heart to come home to Egypt, to be there with your star tribe, to receive the codes and messages that are meant for you, I invite you to take a look at the website and register for our free Zoom calls about the trip. All right, so let's dive into these 12 codes. Number 1, gratitude for your challenges. It is so important to remember that our challenges are opportunities for growth and expansion. And when we're actually grateful for the challenges and the struggles that we go through, then we can decipher what was the lesson that I needed to learn. Why did my soul call that challenge in, that specific struggle or challenge? And it was for a learning. It was for a specific lesson. And so when we express gratitude for these lessons, then they bring us more strength by overcoming them. And we gain fortitude. We just become more able to move through challenges and future challenges and struggles with more grace and ease, because we know in the end they're meant for us to learn from. So holding gratitude for those lessons is so important. So the next is number 2. This is where we reflect on our achievements. So we have the challenges and struggles, and then we have our achievements. We have our milestones. We have those things that we wanted to accomplish, those goals that we reached. And I know you have several of them that you did accomplish this year. I know I did. And it's important that when we reach these milestones, that we actually do something rewarding for ourselves. It gives us the opportunity to feel like, yes, I did that. I rewarded myself for it. I took a moment of self-care. I went on a trip, or whatever your little reward is. The other day, I was in a store and I fell in love with this beautiful rainbow robe. And at first I put it back on the rack and I kind of kept circling it. And I was like, you know what? I achieved something so beautiful. And I'm so grateful that I reached that goal that I'm going to reward myself with this robe. And then I bought it. So it's important to remind ourselves to give us these little treats along the way when we do accomplish a goal. So reflecting on your achievements, what were they today? Or what were they this year? What did you achieve that you thought of several years ago? Or what was on your vision board earlier this year that you actually accomplished? These are the things you want to reflect on. And then, of course, number 3 is expressing gratitude for them. So making a list of what you're grateful for in 2023. Expressing gratitude helps us shift our focus to positive outcomes. And when we express gratitude for everything we experience, especially the positive ones, then we call more of them into our lives. And gratitude practice has become so important to me and to my family. We actually have a gratitude tree outside here at Joy Oasis where we have little tags and we invite people to write what they're grateful for and go and hang it on the tree. And it's really beautiful after an event to see all the tags blowing in the wind and to walk around and actually read what people are grateful for. And then I reflect on it and say, oh, yeah, I have that too. I'm really grateful for that. I'm really grateful for a loving community that's supportive. I'm really grateful for the home that I live in, that I have a roof over my head, that I have clothes on my back, that I have food on my table. I'm so, so grateful for these things. Just the simple things of life can bring so much beauty into my gratitude practice. And as we do that more often, then the bigger things start coming in as well. Okay, number 4, releasing those resentments, the resentments that just weigh us down. They feel heavy in our body and our mind and our spirit. It's so important to identify what are those lingering resentments or the negative emotions. And then you can do a writing practice where you write these down and then you can take these and you can either burn them or you can bury them in the ground or you could tear them up and stomp on them. You can do a release ritual around the resentments. And then remembering to practice forgiveness, to know that you're only human, you're doing the best that you can, and that once you finally really let go of something, then you don't have to have that weight in your heart. You can have a candid conversation with someone and make peace with them, or you can move on and surround yourself with those who don't hold those negative energies towards you. So whether it's a person or whether you're resenting yourself for not doing something, you regret not taking a specific action or an investment or whatever it is, that it's time to let that go. So you can write it out, release it in the way that you choose to. Number 5, clearing your physical space. This is so important. I've really learned this the last few months, in particular, as I was moving from my old home and getting rid of so many things. I was like, oh, we have so many belongings. Why do we need this much? And it's part of our society and our programming of like needing all these little things. And we really learned how to simplify our life because we moved into a smaller home that already had belongings and furniture in it. And so we really only took what we wanted, what brought us joy in our life. And that's what we brought into our new home. So clearing your physical space will help clear your mind, your energy field, and will allow you to be in a space of clarity so that you can serve from a clear space. So whether it's clothing, furniture, artwork, belongings, anything that no longer brings you joy and it just feels like it's collecting dust, go ahead and take that out, gift it to someone, sell it to someone, do whatever you want with it. But the point is it no longer belongs in your space. So creating an environment that supports your well-being is key to letting go, to coming to completion with even the items that are in your life. Number 6, journaling. Now, some of us are writers, some of us aren't. I love to write. I love to journal. I love to write about experiences and feelings and insights that I've had. So if there was any time of year for you to write, this is the time, because this is your moment to really gauge what it is that you went through this year, your challenges and what you learned, your achievements and how it felt. What were some of the feelings that you experienced? What are some of the insights that you gained? And these are the things that we are here to hold and share with others. So this is a digging process that allows you to really discover more about yourself, and also being able to connect to that inner wisdom and that higher knowing in your higher self. So consider what you want to leave behind and what you do want to carry into the new year, and write it, because writing is a powerful tool for transformation. So it could be used in many ways. And if you prefer another way of expressing yourself, what I mean by this is just to get creative. It's time to get creative, whether you paint something, whether you sculpt something, whether you build something. Instead of journaling, channel all of the energy that you want to release and let it go. And then through the creative process, begin to build up and show what it is that you do want to create and that you do want to build. Collaging is a really fun thing too, as well. So the point is to be in the creative process. Number 7, a completion ritual. So I spoke of this a little bit earlier, but one of the things that I like to do is I like to write things out and put them in the fire, or I'll go and bury them. And as I said before, too, my gratitude, I hang them in the tree where they can be seen and I can see them every day. But the things you want to let go of, there are ways that you can do this by lighting a candle, performing some kind of small ceremony, um, using a symbolic gesture like tearing up paper and stomping on it. Doing a catharsis dance is really wonderful. Mama Gina says that you can wear literally a trash bag and wrap your hair up, and I think she calls it trashing. And it's like you just turn on a raging song and you just let it go, like let that energy go, whatever it is, any of the negative things that are holding you back, that weigh you down and that make you not feel good, that make you afraid or fearful. You can let those go through a completion ritual. Another one that I like to do is, I haven't done it recently, which is really nice to say. But when I really come to completion with the relationship, something that's toxic or narcissistic, or just really, really was damaging to myself and my family, you write the name of the person and you put it into a water bottle, and then you fill the plastic water bottle, and then you fill it with water, and then you put it in the freezer, and you literally freeze their name, and it freezes them from your inner circle, and they can energetically no longer enter your field and your energetic space because they've been frozen in time. So that's another completion ritual. All right, number 8. This is when we begin to move into setting our intentions for the future. So setting the intentions is so important, because when we have let go of those things that don't serve us, we've opened up space to invite in what we do want. And setting clear, positive intentions for your personal and your spiritual growth is so important. Whether there's a class that you want to take, or a retreat you want to go to, or a trip you want to make, like to Egypt next year, that setting the intention to do it is the first step in accomplishing it and reaching that goal. So I know all of us know how to set intentions, but you can do it a variety of ways. You can create a vision board, you can journal about it, you can just tell people about it in a conversation, you can share it with others. So setting that intention allows you to begin to call that into existence. Number 9, visualizing your future self. So one of the practices I like to do is literally thinking about something that I would like to achieve. And then I think about the moment of when I achieved it. And then I just put my hand on my heart and I deep breathe, and I literally take myself to that moment in space and time. And I begin to hear what's around me. I smell what's around me. I see what's around me. Who's with me? What do I look like? Where are we? What am I wearing? How am I walking? How am I talking? How am I embodying my future self in this moment in time? So I'll give you an example. I pictured being on a tropical shore, being on a tropical island on the beach, and literally opening my phone and going to my bank account because I want to get something and seeing $1 million in my account. And I can feel it in my body, like the visceral experience of that happening, and replaying it in my mind over and over and over again is going to draw and bring that moment in space and time closer to me and faster as well. So, yeah, visualizing your future self. So, number 10, connecting with others. So, sharing your reflections with your friends and family, setting your intentions and sharing it with them and with your community, because this strengthens your commitment and fosters a sense of shared purpose. Because many of those who you surround yourself with have similar intentions. For instance, creating a community, a place where many families can live together. It's all of the families of that community holding that intention and holding that vision to start taking action steps towards doing that. They can also help keep you accountable to your vision and what it is that you're letting go of. Say, for instance, you're addicted to food and you have a food addiction to sugar or caffeine or whatever, then you can speak what it is that you're intending to do. And they can check in with you periodically and be like, how's it going? Are you still on task with that? Are you drinking your protein shakes? Are you not eating cookies in the closet? So it allows those around you to support you in new and wonderful ways. Number 11 is a self-care ritual. So self-care is not selfish. Self-care is the epitome of taking care of oneself, filling your cup so that you can serve your family, your friends, your community from a full cup. Because when it's empty, we're depleted, we're overwhelmed, we're exhausted. We get those challenges and those struggles bombarding us because we're not taking care of ourselves, and therefore we're not resourced. So we don't know how to respond to things, and we get into reactionary mode. We can move into blame, shame, and criticism mode, and then everything can start unraveling and falling apart. So it's important to remember to care for yourself, even if it's a simple 10-minute walk in nature, a bubble bath, or reading a good book by the fire. You decide what your self-care ritual is, but make a commitment to doing it at least once a day. Even if it's just 5 minutes of deep breathing, it's so important to tune in for yourself, to resource yourself. And you can find fun and inventive ways. For instance, I haven't been ice skating in a while, and I'm going to go ice skating with my son on Saturday because when I'm on the ice, I just glide. I used to be a competitive ice skater when I was younger, and when I'm on the ice, I feel in my body and I just glide, and it feels so nice to feel that smooth gliding energy. And that's going to fill my cup this week. So this is one thing I'm doing for myself. I went to a ladies spa night on Sunday too. We go once a month and I never miss it. Let me rephrase. I missed one this year, and it was because I was at Oregon Country Fair. But the point is I made a commitment to go once a month with this ladies group because it's important to me to know that I have that sacred space and that sacred time for me. All right. And so number 12 is planning for renewal. So identifying the activities or the practices that bring you joy and renewal, that fills you up with renewing energies of love and care and compassion and kindness. The Heart Math Institute teaches the Heart Lock-In technique, and I have used it several times in my ceremonies and rituals. And really, it's a matter of pulling or calling in those renewing energies into your heart, and then expanding that energy into your body and giving it to yourself, and then expanding that energy out into your family and your neighborhood and your extended community, and then enveloping the earth and holding Mother Earth in this field of love, care, kindness, and compassion, and then bringing that energy back into your heart. And so the plan for renewal is that you are projecting out into the future what it is that you want to do that brings you the most joy. And so part of that, as I said before, is coming to completion with certain things in your life, including your belongings, and just letting them go so that you can receive the things that do bring you joy in your life. So as we move through our lives, we move through our different seasons of our lives, different evolutions, different embodiments. And with each of these chapters of our lives, we have different needs, we have different desires and wants. And so something that I desired in 15 years ago just doesn't really apply anymore. And so when I think of my plan for renewal of 2024, one of my main goals is our Egypt trip, is to go and be at the sacred sites, to be somewhere that's so sacred to me and to others on 11/11, to be activated by the codes and the messages that those sacred sites have to offer. That's one of my plans for renewal for next year. So what's yours? Remember, this is all a personal process. You could take the pieces that you resonate with, you can leave the rest behind. But the point is when we honor the end of the year in a ceremonial way and allow ourselves to process any of the things that we've gone through this year. If you need to cry about something, go ahead and give yourself permission to do that. If you need to go and just run naked outside in your yard, go and do that. Whatever is going to allow you to feel that surrender, that release, that letting go, then you can come to completion with something. You could tie it with a little bow and you could say, I am complete. I am complete with this. So I would love to share an opportunity to come and allow me to be in service to you. If you feel called to be coached or guided, and would like the opportunity to book a session with me, I am offering my mentorship sessions, my Ascension mentorship sessions. I do have availability on the calendar, and right now I'm sharing with you a holiday special or an end of the year special for half price. So it's a 75-minute laser focused coaching session with me where we can really dive into what are those old beliefs, thoughts, patterns that you do want to surrender and release and finally be free of. I'd be happy to be in service and to assist you with that, and jump on a Zoom call and have a session together. And so I'm offering this now for $222 is the price for the 75-minute session. And so I look forward to having you or having some of you with me this holiday season and into the new year. I'll put the link to my booking calendar below in the comments, as well as the Egypt tour website. And beloveds, let's just hold space together for a moment. I want to acknowledge that this is the second anniversary of J. Pa's passing, my husband's father, who through his passing and his loss, we have gained all this beauty around us and in this land to bring community and gather and create ceremony and ritual together. And I just want to honor JPA in this moment. 12/12 Portal Day. Thank you, JPA, for the legacy that you've left behind. We are so grateful to be able to steward this land here at Joy Oasis. We're deeply honored to have the opportunity to have this space for community. So, all right, beloveds, happy 12/12 Portal Day. May you be blessed in all the ways, and may you feel a deep surrender and completion to 2023 as you let go of it and move into 2024 feeling inspired, empowered, and motivated. And so it is. Blessed be, family. Have a beautiful portal day.